Yeah, no doubt. I think Coach, he's not the prettiest runner sometimes, but he's a physical runner. He's like a Clydesdale, right? He kicks through tackles. It was a huge play for us there. We got to finish in the red zone. I mean, we moved the ball well, but we can't have 8 field goals. I know that was a record, but yeah, I've settled for 1 and to score some touchdowns. But Lirim was clutch, made all the kicks we asked.
Coach Ryan, was it Montreal's defense in the red zone that was giving you guys issues, or was it just execution? And just thoughts on Liam's performance tonight?
Lirim was huge. You got to make those kicks, right? He was clutch for us. I thought he did a good job with his kickoffs too. We knew what they were doing. We spent more time on the red zone this week more than ever. All the pressures they were doing, and then this play, this pressure's not very good. So I thought we had a good plan. We had the same with the sprint out with a 2-point play. We got to cut the Sam down so he doesn't bat that ball. Dejon would have had a chance. So we didn't run the ball as well as we wanted to when we were down and tight.
I mean, talk about your running game, though, and how important that was, especially in the first half when you dominated, but the score was still tied.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we had the pick, right, and then the return, and, we had a chance to put the game away. We had the ball in midfield with about 2 minutes left. Let's just go score a touchdown. Obviously, 2 and out. We punt to them. It's just unfortunate. We had a chance to put the game away. But we gifted them 3 scores. But our guys fought. They didn't let that turn in any animosity towards another unit. We just fought together. And you're not going to be perfect at all times. And we gave them a chance to get back in the ball game for the half. And guys locked in and dialed in, and they stuck together. That's a great leadership in that locker room.
Can you now start thinking about second place?
Oh, we're just trying to go 1-0. You know what I mean, Dan? But that's always been our goal. Obviously, first place, right? We got to get in the damn playoffs. But yeah, we're just moving forward. We want to know. We got a bye week, get healthy. Use the bye week in a productive way to get better.
Ryan, when you have Kadeem and Deontay running downhill like they did today, I think it was 150 yards total between the two of them. What does that do for your team moving forward?
Well, I think we got to run it. Disappointing, we didn't run the ball well enough on second down, right? So that's what we knew Montreal. They'd let us run on first down. They wanted to get us to that 2nd and 5. You pass it, you run it. We got to run the ball that down the distance. No, we didn't move the chains as much as I wanted to on second down, but I got to go look at it, right? So, I thought it was a great effort. I thought we played physical. We knew we had to beat them up physically, and they're a physical front 7. That was our goal going into it. We got to get Kadeem a new helmet. I mean, how many times that ball, his helmet came off, right? So, we didn't play a great football game. We played good enough to win, but we got to continue to get better.
Danny and Dave for that one. A quiet 115 from Makai Pope. Can you just talk about his progression? First-year player in the CFL and just what he has that offense and the chemistry that him and Chad have kind of found here early on?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he's got length. He's got some twitch, too, for a tall guy. He came in halfway through camp, so he's a little bit behind the 8 ball, and then we had him at X, number 1 in the boundary, and then we moved him to W, which he's playing now. So we moved him around, and he's really picked up the offense, and he's a hard worker. You don't hear much about him. He just puts his head down and goes to work. So very happy with his growth. We got to find ways to get, DeVaris and Coaksey some more touches too. But I thought offensively we had a chance to be really explosive. We got to score more in the green zone.
At the end there, especially with Montreal still having a chance to come back in the game, would make of the way that the secondary played and keeping them off not getting the points there.
Yeah, no doubt. We said we got to keep it in front of us, right? They only got 40-some seconds, and then I told our D-line, if we get a sack, the game's gonna be over. So got close on the second down there, but I just was proud of that unit, man. They fought. Our backs are against the wall, and we've answered that twice now, right? We can't look in the past. We just got to look forward, but. There's some games we probably should have won, maybe some games we should have lost. But we got to clean up some things and continue to get better. It's playoff football around this time, right? We got to make sure we give ourselves the opportunity to get in the dance.
Coach, a week ago that we were sitting here and you said your defense was playing way too soft, especially down the stretch against Hamilton. What did you see overall from the defense? I know they held up at the end. The last 2 drives, no first downs on those 2 drives. So what was impressive to you about that?
Yeah, I think we got after the quarterback. We were pushing the lineman. Flo almost put one of our offensive tackles in Cody's lap, right? So we got to win up front, and that's going to help our back end. But I thought those guys played aggressive. Milton made a big play on the 3rd down, right, at midfield. So, I thought when the plays were there to be made, we made the right plays.
So Kadeem had a couple big runs to start the game, the 12 and 13-yard runs at the beginning there. Montreal's the second worst run defense right now. It's been the second least effective in the league. Was that like a concerted effort to run the ball early and often and establish that, or was it because of the rain? Like, what was the idea there?
Yeah, for sure, especially with the rain, right? So we were going to actually kick to them with the weather. So we wanted to establish the run. Obviously, we missed some throws in the Ottawa game in the rain, so I wanted to keep that out of there. We always want to run it downhill. It was there. I mean, they're going to make you run it. They're second in the league as far as giving up rushing yards, but they play a light box, right? So they're going to force you to be patient. You got to get chunks. They want to keep you in second 5 or 6. They'll give up 5 yards to carry, right? But they know they're going to win second down. So they had a good plan. I thought we had a good plan as well. Two good football teams, and it was a great game.
Last question, Dan.
Yeah, I thought Ryan played well. He got called with the one holding. I didn't see it. I'm watching. I'm like, I don't know how he got called for holding there. But, Ryan's a ultimate pro, leader of that O-line group. He can play, tackle, guard, and center. So he gives a lot of flexibility. But he's a pro. Very proud of Ryan to be able to step in and we can run the ball like that with a bunch of, we got moving parts from time to time. It's been like that throughout the year, but I trust our O-line unit.
What's it say about this group and you guys being able to come out here and put your best foot forward against a team that's, tops in the CFL and having their number now winning the season series against them?
I mean, it just says a lot about this team. I mean, we're hungry. We believe in each other. I mean, I always believe about catching fire going into the playoffs, late half of the season, and I think that's been our focus in this locker room. I mean, we lost some close ones, we won some good ones, and it's about finding that rhythm later on and just, pushing through and getting hot at the right time.
I want to talk to you about they score a kick return there close to the end of the half. You guys are able to bounce back, get a field goal, tie it up. What was said in the locker room and have to come out and fire throughout the third and fourth quarter?
I mean, Coach went in here and just said, keep playing. We truly believe we're the better team, and the results will show. We just keep going out there and hitting them in the mouth. And that's what we did. We played all 60, and it showed. I mean, we're going to have to see them again. And so they know what's going to expect. So it's going to be a rumble.
What does it say about you and your countermate here? I mean, the relationship that you two guys have built and just how formidable you guys can be down the stretch here.
I mean, that's my Scooter boys. That's my boy, man. Between me, him, and 21, we can pound that ball. And our front line is one of the best I've been a part. So when they give a push like that in the game, it could be trouble for the defense, especially when it starts to get colder into the playoffs. So, I mean, I'm just trying to rally up my boys, my men, them RBs, because they're going to lean on us later on in this half.
I don't think we saw you play without your helmet on in this. Like, what's going on with the helmet there? Did someone else give you your helmet for tonight?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I probably just wanted some more camera time, some FaceTime, people showing my face a little bit. But I'll probably get my helmet fixed. It was a little loose today.
If I say come back healthy and then eager, what does that mean to you?
Come back healthy and eager? Man, just come back really, take care of your body and come back hungry. Be prepared to win. Just tunnel vision.
Today, how important was that for you? You wanted to come out in the second half and play much better.
I mean, that was huge to me. I mean, I didn't get to finish the game last game. To come in here in the second half to finish this half as a team, as a unit, I mean, it showed a lot. I mean, it really showed a lot for me as this team. It shows resilience.
After a win like that, I mean, you wish the bye week was maybe another week away, or is it coming at the right time?
To me, I wish to buy another week. I mean, the way that this team is starting to catch a fire, starting to feel, I want to keep going. Forget getting healthy and all that stuff. We need to catch fire, and I feel it's contagious. But we have to be pros. We got to handle this bye week the right way. We got to put in the work. We got to stay hot, and then come back next 2 weeks and do the same thing.
Hey, Kadeem, you guys had over 550 yards of net offense tonight. This offense is dangerous. You guys can run the ball and pass the ball. And just thoughts on your overall season here in Toronto so far?
Man, I just have to say, I'm just happy to have my man Kelly back there. That's just what me and him could do together. Me and him text all off-season. When I signed here, I was excited to play with 12, and just our talent together, I knew we could put up big numbers. Better yet, try to go out there and get a ring together. So those numbers is expected between me and 12. We just got to get a ring together.
I know the running game is always in the game plan, but especially in the first half, you guys ran at will. How important is that for an offense to be able to do that against a team that's number one in the?
It's very important. I mean, to run the ball, keep the defense off the field, keep them healthy, and get the Nick Bix on the defense, beat them up a little bit. It's huge. Then the defense starts to come down. Kelly gets throw it over the top. Big play alert. So if we can keep that recipe going, it could be a big trouble for other teams.
Have you ever scored 26 points, whether it be in high school, Pop Warner, anything, anywhere close to that?
Honestly, I have no idea because I really don't keep track of that stuff. If anything would come close, it'd be like something at Western. If I score maybe 3 or 4 field goals, and they usually scored like 10 touchdowns. So that's the only time I think that would be close. But yeah.
The connection with you, Adam, and John. I mean, your group, you guys are obviously tight net. Just how much credit goes to those guys and just being able to get the ball down, snap it, and hold it for you.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate those guys. They always, whenever I need extra reps, they come and help me out. So I'm really appreciative of the effort they put in just to help have me become successful and the team successful. So I'm just fortunate to have a great group of guys around me. That goes with the O-line as well. And those guys are always there to help me out.
And this team needed every one of your 8, too, which made it important.
No, absolutely. We knew this was a tough opponent, and we just wanted to come out and get that W. The East is heating up, and so are we. So we're gunning for minimum first place, where we still have a chance.
Feel different this week than last week?
Yeah, I mean, I actually switched my shoes. I have my regular soccer shoes, and then I have a football cleat and my soccer shoe that I kick with. And this week, spoke to Danny, and he got me one of the 7 studs and actually used one of his cleats and made a tremendous difference because the field out there was still a little bit soft. So really helped me plant and be able to be confident on my plant so I can actually focus on my technique and my kicking.
How's the leg feel?
Warm. As I'm getting older, and now I don't have any punting duties. And when I'm out there that often, it just helps my body stay warm throughout the game, so it was enjoyable.